हेलो हेलो एवरीवन, कैसे हो सब? गुड इवनिंग।
ठीक है। कैसे है सब?
Hi, good evening, everyone. Hi, good evening, Ishan.
हेलो, गुड इवनिंग।
गुड इवनिंग, गुड मॉर्निंग।
हेलो जोनाथन,
हे
नाइस टू सी
जोनाथन।
यू।
Hey, good morning.
हेलो,
गुड मॉर्निंग,
गुड
गुड
मॉर्निंग
इवनिंग।
आउट देयर।
Good morning, Jonathan. Hi, Ishan.
हेलो सोनिया, हाउ यू डूइंग? हाउ इज एवरीवन?
हाय सोनू।
आई होप
हाय।
everyone is in the safe spaces and are not in those like vicinities where the war is happening critically. And all of this is going definitely very disappointing. The way it has moved down to the point of increasing tensions and war. And I just hope that this may reconcile. As I am also hearing the news that there may be diplomatic pressure onto both countries regarding how they will reconcile this thing. However, there is still a chance that they will continue to move on. As I've seen, like India is adamant on its position to move on to the war, and so is Pakistan. Like Pakistan is like doing the victim game on their own news channels. However, they are attacking from the hindsight. They are like continuously like doing the ceasefires and they are continuously attacking on the borders. So like they are playing their own game and like it is going like really bad as the way it is like escalating. And in the heat of war, the things are like totally uncertain. Like no one knows what will happen because the government will not tell us the exact truth, or both the governments will not tell us the exact truth because the military works in another way and the people, like the politics works in totally different way. Even if they will be suffering losses, like Pakistan is suffering losses, they are not showing that on their news channels. And India is suffering losses, they are not showing that on their news channels. And even if they are will be using their strategies against each other countries, they will not telling us. They will just keep the faith in the public up, and they will just keep telling us that all is going well and we are winning and we will perish them and they are doing the bad things. So like there is like this mass hysteria and this mass manipulation is like going on at a large scale. And this in this manner what is happening that people are also getting infuriated right now, like people are getting like nationalist and patriotic towards the situation. And what will happen then is that there is like a whole bunch of misinformation happening on the social media platforms that the government of both the countries have tried to regulate. They have banned the channels of social media, YouTube, X and Facebook on all the other countries. However, there is this adamant misinformation that is spreading on both the ends because there is existential threats that both people of the both the countries that are experiencing. And what is required at this time is to actually like the healing is required. Like critically, most importantly, healing is required for both the sides, people of the both the sides, leader of the both the sides, and the soldiers who are like dying each day, and that toll is like increasing. Like we don't even know the death toll of what death toll would be there and right now until all has ended, and no one knows how long it will go. Right now it has just begun, and things are uncertain. And this is why it is critically important that these are like nuclearly armed nations. And considering like how like Pakistan's cultural gravity is like even lower, as its developmental index is lower, and how like it has been a breeding ground for terrorist groups. So they are like kind of they have like more inclined to press the nuclear button when it comes to it. When it comes to like pressure, when it comes to like things going wrong on their end, because they are weaker than India. They're definitely weaker than India, and in that manner, they are kind of crazy. So I just hope that things won't go. India is claiming that they could maintain that threshold, nuclear threshold, and they could pursue their movements and attacks. But ethical war is some other thing. We are not facing an ethical enemy here, from India. And same for Pakistan. Pakistan is not facing a small enemy. It is facing India. India is a like very powerful country in face of Pakistan, and right now Pakistan conditions is like very, very, very weak. And considering the economic and the other development, they have taken loans from China to like push the war, who were already like very much in the depths of China. So this thing is going like very crazy. And the thing I hope we may do together is, first of all, in the meditation, what I'm hoping to do today is like, first of all, like scanning all the distortions that we can see in the planet, especially in this area of India and Pakistan, in their hearts, in their minds, in their, like energy channels, and in their, consciousness, like scanning all the distortions and then healing them, and then letting that healing from our mind body spirit complex, as a social memory complex, letting that healing expand to all of the planet, like eventually to the whole universe, even to other planets who may be experiencing such things. So I hope this working may aid in all of this all of these things that are going on here. And similarly, I just hope that you know I pray and I will call upon all the beings of Confederation and the non-physical entities, spirit guides, and uh, all of these peoples in the inner planes in this working. Yes, Sonia.
I was just going to say that it's high time that we make a calling to the Confederation, to our brothers and sisters to come and intervene. This is going crazy.
Definitely,
I
definitely,
mean, I really sincerely hope and wish that none of this escalates for any further, and that is like, we do not want war, we want peace. And
definitely,
let's that that message go to the Creator, and may they intervene, and may there be peace on the
definitely.
planet.
Definitely. And as far I have sensed strong energies of Confederation that are intervening at this time. I have actually sensed strong energies of. I have been really, really updated. The whole night yesterday, I had not slept, and I watched all news channels across the globe, across the Pakistan news channel, across Indian news channels. I have been researching upon the shadow mechanisms in their consciousness that are happening. I have doing like analysis and reports on all of this stuff sociologically, what is happening. And from what I've sensed, like there is like strong intervention from the Confederation. Like they are not able to intervene within the social memory complex of India and Pakistan because they are already engaged with their will and they cannot infringe theirs. But they have been, helping through other channels like France, through US, and through Europe and other channels that are those leaders that are actively trying to impact the social memory complex of these India and Pakistan through diplomatic channels. So there have been peace interventions from across the globe according to this uh, polarity of war, and I just hope that they may see the other self and the self in the unity and not in the separation that is going on at this time. So let's wait 2 more minutes, and if people join. And hello, Suvan, how are you doing? Hello, anyone
I'm
who has
well,
joined.
thank you. Happy to join.
I'm glad that you have joined. Hello, Rhonda. Till these times, I would like to request all of you people in this meeting to call upon your guides, your angels, your spirit guides, those of Confederation in these moments of peace that we are experiencing right now, like in India and in other parts of the world. Let's just call upon those people those of Confederation, and those of the inner planes that may aid us in healing this.
Good morning, Ishan sir.
Hello, hello, Vaishnavi.
Good afternoon. No, good evening, sorry. Good evening, Ishan sir.
Hello, good evening. So we are having a meditation here, Vaishnavi. So there
Oh,
are like people from all around the world that are gathered here, and we all are hoping that we are all are sending like healing energies to this space of war that is happening right there.
okay, sure, I'm on it.
Okay, so I expect your participation, and like you can just like here listen, and you can close your eyes, and within the meditation you can pray for all peace in all these times.
Okay, okay, sure.
Yes, Vishali.
Just a request, during meditation time, we keep our mic mutes. That's it.
Thank you, Vishali. So let's begin. So let's become comfortable in our spaces, and let's close our eyes. Take a deep breath and exhale. Take another deep breath. Hold our breaths and slowly exhale. Take a long deep breath. Hold 1, 2, 3. Exhale 1, 2, 3. Now let us move to the physical relaxation. Now let's focus on our scalp, the area of the scalp. Focus on any tingling sensations that we may feel there, and let them relax, completely relax. Now let us focus on forehead. Let's sense any tenseness, any stress. Focus on the sensations we can feel on the surface, and let it relax. Now let's take a deep breath in and focus on all the muscles on the face, muscles surrounding the eye, on the cheeks, and let it all relax. Let's focus on the eyeballs, the area surrounding the eyeballs, the eyelids, and let it all relax. Feel the eyeballs as if they are floating inside your skull, completely relaxed. Now feel your jaw. Notice any tenseness in the jaw, any tightness, and let it completely relax and let it all free. Now let's focus on the neck, any tenseness in the neck, and loosen it up, relax it, let it all free. Focus on the shoulders, shoulder blades, all the areas, the upper back. Notice any tingling sensations on the surface, any tenseness, and let it relax. Focus on the arms, hands, chest, belly, on the outside and on the inside. Let it relax. Relax all the outside and the inside, stomach, lungs, let it all relax. Now focus on the legs, the bones in the legs, thighs. Notice any vibrations of the tenseness and let it all relax as you focus on these parts of the body. Now let us focus on the calves, the areas surrounding the calves, the legs and the feet, and let it all relax. Now let's take a deep breath in, and as we take a deep breath in, imagine going the white healing light, entering the top of the skull and cleaning any impurities, any shadows, any darkness, any distortions from the top of the head to the bottom of the feet, expelling it out through the bottom of the feet. Let's take another deep breath in and let's purify our mind, body, spirit complex, expelling any kind of impurities out through our feet as we exhale. Let's take another deep breath in and release all distortions within ourselves. Now let's focus on mental relaxation. Let's imagine any peaceful situation, any peaceful visualization, positive visualization we love, we want to experience, we have experienced. It could be a sunny walk in the beach, a peaceful view from the mountains or valleys, or a sunny farm in the countryside. Let these visualizations relax your mind. Now your body is calmly and fully asleep, and your mind is relaxed and fully awake. Now let us move to the working. Right now, we would be scanning all the distortions in our culture and society, the social memory complex of India and Pakistan, and anywhere war that is happening. Let us observe how the leaders that are initiating this wars, how they are viewing with separation to the other selves, how India is viewing Pakistan as separate from them. Let's observe this. Let's witness this. Let's go deep into their hearts and see how Pakistan has done various times what have done to India, and notice how India is unable to reconcile the emotions, unable to solve the situation with Pakistan without resorting to war. Let's just observe it, their inability, and let's just send love and light and healing to their minds, to their hearts, and to their souls, so that they may rise above these inabilities towards healing, towards viewing the other self, viewing the Pakistan as their own, and resolve this peacefully. Now let us view from the Pakistan side how they have seen India as an enemy, how they have been always been competitive, about how they have always been insecure and India and always tried to protect themselves from the threat of a powerful nation. Let's experience these emotions that they have experienced, the Pakistan, the immediate existential threat, and whatever they are doing to cope this out. Experience that in their hearts, how they are unable to reconcile the emotions of how they will process this situation, how they will face India, their egos clashing with each other, how they are unable to see the Indias as their other self, how they are viewing India as separate. And let's send them love, light, and healing to their hearts, minds, and souls so that they may be able to process the emotions and proceed to solve the problems through their minds and then effectively communicate together as one towards this resolution. Let us experience how distortions in both of their hearts, how their green ray is blocked, how their yellow ray is blocked. Let's focus on yellow ray. How both of the countries have to engage in war due to them not feeling powerful enough. Their power insecurity is leading them to enforce power on each other. Let's give both of them power, strength, and courage so that they may not perish and stand tall. Now let's focus on their hearts. Now let's focus on how they hold hate, how they hold resentment, how they hold envy in their hearts regarding each other, how they are unable to love the other self, how they have held on to the idea of separation of India, Pakistan, Hindu, Muslim, strong ideas of polarization. Let's delve into this idea of how the Hindu nationalist country India is unable to view a Muslim country, Muslim extremist country as an ally due to the existential threats and the constant violence that have been faced by Hindus several times in the past, and how Pakistan's immediate threat from a Hindu nationalist country as their neighbor, unable to reconcile them as an ally due to the extremist activities on both sides. Both of them are unable to reconcile them as their own, as their other selves in unity. Let's send their hearts love, light, and healing so that they may see the other selves as one. They may love each other with their open hearts and join hands together as we all are meant to be in unity, peace, and harmony. Now, let us move to the blue ray. Now, let us see how India and Pakistan, in their power insecurities and their inability to love each other, are unable to communicate to each other their own deepest desires and wants in an effective manner. how they are unable to solve the problems that lies in front of them, complex geopolitical problems, the complex tensions surrounding ethnicity, complex problems surrounding their own existential survival of their races, of their classes, of the complex social dynamics, the level of rationality, the level of calm headedness, the level of taking the second person perspective that they are unable to do. Let us send the love, light, and healing to their Blu-ray centers so that they may be able to resolve with the optimal mindset this crucial situation, this complex situation. Let us send love, light, and healing so that they may be able to resolve these problems rationally, logically, with keeping each other in their hearts and feeling stand firm on the ground. Now let us focus on the indigo ray, the ability to transform this reality. And as we focus on the indigo ray, let us focus on our own indigo rays. Let's focus on the areas between our eyebrows. Let us focus on the forehead. And as we focus on the foreheads, let's imagine our own sacred symbol. Let's imagine and visualize what we hold very sacred to us, the thing that symbolizes unity, harmony, strength, courage, love, peace, understanding, sacredness. Let's intensify that emotion within our own selves so that it expands out of our minds, out of our bodies, and it engulfs all the room that we are living in. Our aura expands to this room. Imagine our aura expanding to this room as we imagine the symbol of sacredness. It may be an image of a god or a verse or any symbol or even light, love and light, abstract love and light. Now let's imagine that as we hold that within our hearts, our aura is expanding out to this room, and whatever this aura touches, it heals them, it transforms them, it resonates, it makes it undistorted, it makes it pure. And as we all collectively experience our auras expanding, let them expand out from our bodies to this room, to this building that we live in. Let it expand to the district that we live in, engulfing and touching those who live within it. And let this energy, to whomever it touch, transform their hearts, minds, and souls to peace, harmony, love, and light. Let it expand to our state that we live in. And as it expands, it transforms all of those in harmony, peace, unity, love, and light. It heals their heart, minds, and souls. Now let it expand more out to the country that we live in. Everyone in this energy is getting healed from our existence. Each of us are very important people, very important piece in transforming the reality. And as we hold this energy, as we hold our beings high in regard to the situation, in regards to our realities, we become the creator of our reality, transforming everything that our heart touches, healing it, transforming it. Now let it expand even more out to the neighboring countries, from India to Pakistan, from US to Europe. Let it all expand, engulfs the globe, the entire globe, Russia, Ukraine, Israel, Palestine, India, Pakistan, all of those peoples who hold the idea of separation, hate, envy, the differences of races, caste, class. Let all this identity of us versus them identity dissolve into a world centric we, all of us identity. We are all one. We are not separate. Let us move beyond these walls and let our energies transform this ideology within all of their hearts and minds to moving from the us versus them to all of us, from we. Let it all heal. Let it all. Now let us expand this even more. Now let it all expand from out of our planet to our solar system to all other beings on other planets that maybe experience the same things out in the universe. Let it all expand and let it all heal any planet in the universe that may be experiencing these kind of wars. The message of unity, love, and harmony, oneness, and let it all expand as we hold this image of true love, unity, and peace in our hearts, minds, and souls. Let's call upon the beings from inner planes, beings of Confederation, the people of Confederation in the service of the one infinite Creator. Let us call upon those beings on the earth's inner planes, our own spirit guides and angels, our own non-physical allies and friends. Let us call all of those as we join hands together to aid in this process of healing these distortions on the planet. Let us call upon them to ask their infringement, to allow them to infringe, to heal this situation, these complex situations that are experiencing all around the world, from Russia, Ukraine, Israel, Palestine, and now India, Pakistan. It is definitely evident that the polarizations of wars are increasing. The people have forgotten what peace is like, what war is like, and how important peace is, what true unity is, what love is. They are unable to tolerate each other in the presence of each other. They have forgotten what love is. Ask our friends of Confederation to, and all the beings in the inner planes, to help all of those who are having difficulties in perceiving love and unity, to help all of them process this catalyst, process these traumas, process these shadows, so that they all can come into the light from the darkness. They all can come into the healing from their distortions. Now let's take a deep breath in and imagine white light entering the forehead, skull, and expelling any distortions out through your feet as you breathe out. Now take another deep breath in, imagining the purification of your mind, body, and soul. And with a deep breath out, let your body completely and fully relax out from your head to your toes. Let it all relax. Release any tensions within your mind, body, and spirit. Now, at the count of three, you would be awake, fully recharged, totally refreshed. Your organs will be fully healthy. Your body circulation will be fully revitalized. Your health will be fully optimal. Your physical and mental energies would be fully optimized. 1, 2, 3. Wake up and feel fully wide and awake. Feel free to express anything that you may have experienced.
Thank you, Ishan, for this beautiful meditation. It was really beautiful.
You're welcome.
I want to share
Yeah, thanks,
something.
Ishan. It was really beautiful. Yeah, please go ahead, Sonia.
Yeah,
Thank
so
you.
so in the beginning of the meditation, you asked us to scan the collective consciousness of both the countries, right? So while I was
Hmm.
doing that, I kind of, saw it as a person perspective. And while
Hmm.
I was channeling the collective consciousness of Pakistan, the country called Pakistan, so
Hmm.
I felt a major distortion in their yellow and a
Hmm.
block of green. Something like a fear. There's a lot of fear there, fear of suppression. They
Hmm.
feel they were never given a chance, and
Hmm.
that there's a lot of fear and like a inferiority complex, and
Hmm.
that is what is causing. It's in the collective consciousness, of course,
Yes, yes.
and when I tapped into the collective consciousness of country called India,
Hmm.
so there is a sense of betrayal. It's mostly the green
Hmm.
ray.
Hmm.
There is distortion in the green ray, and there is a sense of betrayal.
Hmm.
They have opened their heart initially in the past, but they were betrayed again and again, backstabbed. Kind of,
Hmm.
that feeling of betrayal is there, and that is why the green ray is kind of, closing down to this particular country. So there is a
Hmm.
distortion in majorly in the yellow ray for Pakistan and majorly in the green ray
Hmm.
for India. So this is what I felt during the scan.
Hmm.
And I also saw a lot of love and light being poured into that area around the planet. It was crazy. There were beings from all the dimensions and densities. They were from our inner planes, and it was beautiful.
Obviously, obviously. Thank you. Thank you, Sonia, for expressing your
Thank you to
experience of the
you
meditation.
for letting us have this experience. It was necessary. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for everyone. Thank you. Thank you all for being a part of this process of healing the collective. And this definitely is required in these times and the coming times, as I have sensed this increasing polarization that is happening around the globe. And I hope that once we realize it, it's like it's kind of our duty to, like, like from our own beings to help harmonize it.
Thank you, Ishan. It was a beautiful experience also. Thank you so much. Feel so
Thank
much
you.
positive energy, and of course our divine brothers and sisters was pouring so much really amazing
Yes,
unsaid
yes, definitely. They are
light.
pouring a lot of energy and healing.
Yes. I
Right
had
now,
a
we may
very
not know.
yes, you're right. Experience was very, very wise experience. But if someone else wanna share, they can share, then I can share in the last.
Definitely. So when Rhonda and Kathleen, people from out of the world, out of India, Adam, and anyone from India's group, like, like anyone like who want to share meditation experiences.
Yeah, Ishan, I thought that was beautiful. I hope you do this more often. I really thank you for putting this together.
Thank you, Adam, for joining and being a part of this.
Hey, Sean, I'd
Yes.
say the same. Thank you so much. It was beautiful.
Thanks, Rhonda, and I'm so glad that you are here.
I'm so glad to be here. I honestly, until I saw your post, didn't realize how I hadn't been paying attention, so I didn't realize how severe the situation was. So thank you for.
Yes, yes, definitely. It has become like quite intense, and these like are like nuclear armed nations and kind of impulsive, when it comes to their decision making, and like scary, like how they are fighting. And I hope that like we can help harmonize these, like these shadows, these catalysts that they are unable to process within themselves.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rhonda. So there is shadows in both of the sides, like like Pakistan and
Definitely
yeah. Hello, Kathleen.
saw
Hello. How are you?
energy. Hello, I'm holding on tight, my friend. And
I've seen you after a
uh,
long, long while. How are you doing?
yes, I've had no internet and I've been very sick, but I'm processing the catalyst really well. And these meditations are so powerful for me because I
Hmm.
can tap into the group's collective energy and then launch mine in my energy bodies, even if I don't have the physical vitality to do very much. So I'm finding it very, very helpful. And like Adam said, hi Adam, I hope you do this frequently. And I think it's a really powerful
Hmm.
means of us serving others at a very, very important juncture in our shift. And lastly, I just want to say that I have chosen to see all of the duplicity, all of the what's the word they use in the law of one? Um, it's a funny word, but the bellicosity as
Bellicosity. Yeah.
yes, as all I see it in a different way to help me focus the love light, and that is by seeing all of the children playing from my upper room in my heart of hearts, all of them playing in harmony. And seeing that enables me to see the peace that we wish to see in the world. And that's my angels are giving me goosebumps. Like that's how they pat me on the back and say, "Keep it up, kid." But
Definitely,
yeah,
definitely.
it to me it's really about seeing the creator in all of it, and to do that we have to not take a side, or we have to not judge. And we say, oh, that's so terrible and so bad. But in actuality, it's the creator being the creator, and we can only guide by our example. And so we send as much love as we possibly
Hmm.
can and express that in every breath that we receive and express. and it catches on. And I believe in the one fell swoop theory that we're going to get it before we do a Maldek on ourselves. So focusing on that. Thank you so very much. Much love to all of you,
Thanks
and
for your reflection. Thanks for your
thank you.
reflections, Kathleen.
Thank you.
Much love to you too.
Thank you so much.
Definitely. This is like dance of creators, the various shades of reality and experiences that have been available to us. And being a part of it, being a co-creator, definitely like there are things that we can do given we have the receptivity and responsibility of being the creator that we truly are. That sometimes we forget that we are also a creator and we are not just a passive observer to whatever is happening all around us, especially the big geopolitical events that we often feel powerless to. And I definitely trust in the power of how we all are the creators. And if we join hands, and like even if I'm alone, like like there is this energy that's going out from me out to the world, from my bare existence. And this carries a butterfly effect. This carries a like strong effect of like domino effect that like leads into like manifestation of a new reality. This is how we all are creators, and this is how I believe that we must harness this, like opportunity that we have been given in this incarnation of being a creator, and l- l- effectively utilize it and experience like what a wonderful creators we are. So there are definitely shadows that in both of the sides, like India and Pakistan, like as Sonia mentioned, like like they had like shadows in India and Pakistan, and like you have like experienced like these, like different versions of this. Like everyone has their own versions, and like Pakistan has their own version of what. But what I have experienced, in this situation of shadows, like both of them have the shadows. Like the major blockages are in yellow. Like even India has like yellow blockages, because like if they would not have felt that insecurity of power, they would not have resorted to war, because they have felt that they have to resort to war. And in green ray, like they have been like long history after the India's partition. Like there have been like a history of like how uh, things go, like this trauma of within the Pakistan that they have experienced. And in India also, what I feel about India, like the green ray, it is like the nationalist, India versus Pakistan narrative is one thing. The BJP is like definitely like ruling India at this time. And what is happening that like BJP is like a very strong like Hindu sentiment, and Hindus have been constantly ignored all around the world. Like they have been killed all around the world. Recently in Bangladesh there was like mass massacres, and in West Bengal there was like in April there were also like these massacres, and then there is this Pahalgam where like Hindu identity was again threatened. So like Pakistan is like very anti-Hindu country, and there have been like strong like channels, strong social media movements that continuously spread hates against Hindus, and there have been like no interventions from the like them to like stop these things and like like do anything. And whereas for again regarding Islam, like there is like definitive like strong sensitivity all around the world. Like there is like terms Islamophobia and TI movement from all around the world supports them. There are like specific movement for them, but nothing for Hindus. So like this definitely is a move from like like India, like considering that like Pakistan's anti-Hindu sentimentality is like very much prevalent, and this also not just a thing of single time that Pakistan is saying again and again in their news channels that show us the proof, we have done nothing, and yeah, they are just attacking from their own sides and everything. So these has been like series of incidents like in the past that has like led India into like having such an aggressive outcome. And like Pakistan is also like definitely Pakistan is a weak country, and they would be playing the victim game and everything. And however, like there definitely is a strong issues that they are experiencing as a country, as the things are falling apart there, and they are like especially worried. Kids cannot sleep right at the night as they are worried that India can do whatever and anything, and like it is going intense. And I just hope that this does not go into, because Pakistan is just doing the defensive at this time. They are not moved on to attack offensive military tactics. And I just hope that it just, like through diplomatic escalation, it just, resolves by communicating and not move on to a war where the country clashes even more, and more and more states of India and Pakistan suffers more damage. Yes, Sonia.
Yeah, on a very different topic, I just wanted to ask you, is it possible to, heal these shadows, these collective shadows, on the level of the country, for example? So how is it possible for us to do the healing, at least try to heal those shadows? Is that possible?
So the ways which we can heal the collective shadows is first of all the way like we have done. So this is like very psychic work that we have done. So this takes time. It is like the alternative healing. Alternative healing takes time, but they are effective if they are done effectively. So it is like that thing. And another thing that we can do is like we're doing like concrete work in the external reality that includes like spreading messages using like, viral modes of communication to spread messages at the mass level. That includes the message of unity, love, and healing. These specific distortions, because no one at this time is addressing these collective shadows. Everyone is like polarizing each other that India is correct and the Pakistan side are saying Pakistan is correct, and they are instilling in each other instill within themselves a sentiment of nationalism, a sentiment of like self-sacrificial nationalism, that it is all right, being an Indian, it is all right to sacrifice myself in the war for Pakistan because they have done such wrong, and so is Pakistan. That is all right to sacrifice yourself in the war for India because they are like totally oppressive and like such they have their own narrative. So this is happening at a large scale, and no one is addressing this issue. And like your question is like very much wonderful, that what we can do to resolve these cultural shadows. One of the most important thing is like to actually address this issue at the collective level and within the communication at the mass level.
Hmm. Okay, got it.
Thank you for your question, Sonia. So anyone has any closing thoughts before we close in?
I'd
How was the
just say real,
experience meditation? Hmm?
I would just say real quick that when we genuinely clear our own shadows, which obviously we must still have if the visualization is actualized in what we see as these outpicturings of warring nations. If we're able to see that, then we are not clear in our own shadows yet. I believe
Can you
that
repeat what you
honestly.
said?
When we can see in our external environment these shadows that we speak of
Hmm.
in others, then we are not clear of our own shadows as yet. So to clear the manifestation in the appearing outside of ourselves reality, we have to clear that inside ourselves to free the external from the so-called external from those shadows. So my spin is that we still have shadows in ourselves that we need to clear
Hmm.
fully and deeply to
Hmm.
enable us to see that freedom from the shadows in the collective.
I remember Raj saying about, like when they describe what law of one is, they tell us like all is harmony, all is nothing is distorted, and all is like unity, love and light. Each thought, each emotion, each event is one. So like everything is harmonious. Like it is the truth. Like everything is harmonious in this moment, and like you are definitely right that if we are seeing like disharmony anywhere, this is like there is still shadows like within us. If we are seeing that, this is like definitely the true. So the thing is like to heal anything, we must be able to know
Exactly.
where the distortion is. To heal anything, we must know that there the distortion is.
And to love it
So
and to give it.
yes,
Hmm.
definitely, and to love it. Yeah. So this is how
And
like
to
the
love
healing
it
goes.
and
Like
to embrace it. Absolutely.
yeah, because if I'm experiencing cancer, my body is in harmony. This is why it developed cancer. My body is in harmony, and my immune system activated some cells that creating that kind of tumor within my body. That is harmony of my body complex, that it operates like this. However, in general, it is like less harmonious than the optimal harmony. Therefore, like it's a distortion in a correlate to that. Everything is harmonious in all extents. But like talking about relative harmony, there can be, like higher levels of harmony. Like everything is like always fine, like when it comes to like taking things and accepting things the way they are. Like we can never do like, like control like, entire reality. It is the creator, it is not us. But what we are as individual co-creator is like the extent of creations that we are responsible for being a co-creator. And in those aspects, like what I operate on is to like see the reality from not just relative standpoint, but also like how there is your potentialities, of higher wholeness, of higher oneness, of higher unity, of higher, like undistortedness that may be possible, actualizing it like within the self, within the culture, within the people around me, healing and loving them, and like elevating them. I love your message, definitely. Thanks for uh, putting it on.
Thank you.
So and Adam, Rhonda, any closing thoughts? Sonia?
I just I schedule this again sometime, but thank you, Ishan. Have a good one, guys, everybody.
Thank you, Adam. Thank you,
Yes, thank you,
Suvan.
You
Sean.
too, Adam.
Thank you,
Thank
Rhonda.
you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Let's see you
Bye.
again. I will let guys know like when the next session will be. And like in India, like Sonia is organizing daily meditations from 7 to 8 p.m. That is for like like the Hindi speakers, and this are for like English speakers and like Indian like international audience. And I'm looking forward to like more of such healing, collective healing like movements as the time goes. And I expect like more participation and like love and light from all of you guys. And I love like like everyone. Thank you everyone.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye
Hi,
bye.
Sue Lynn.